What? What is supposed to yeah, was it Mr. One and then on to the voice chat. So here we go. Oh that's my motherfucker one. Yeah, motherfucker one. What? Here we go.
Oh, no, I'm not actually gonna do that.
Oh yeah.
Japan returning to the region locking somewhat.
I'm not actually gonna do that, but I will be upset.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that'll be like a lot of people. Because like I noticed like lots of people that are it's sort of like like stress and fear and all that. Because once again, $450 already seen a way too expensive for the Switch 2. Well, honestly, I can kind of see why it's like that. Because if you look at the hardware and the specs, they say it's gonna have 4K at 60 FPS when you're playing in dock mode, and at 1080p and 120 FPS when you're playing in handheld mode and whatnot. So I can maybe see why that might be. Like 450 might be the reasonable price for the Switch 2. Assuming they're still gonna go with that price. But if they go anything above that, goodness gracious, people are just gonna go riot, honestly. I don't know about these retailers, but definitely, more importantly, Nintendo, because Nintendo was the one that, thought about the price point, and people are already really upset with $450 already being the price point for Switch 2. I think it's anything higher than that.
A lot of money that some people don't have.
Yeah, because like, $450, like. There's not probably a single person out there that has that kind of money, like $450 and whatnot. There's not that many people that have any jobs. There's not that many people that can't afford anything. Like, you're just putting people in a very bad situation that really want to switch to. And it's just around the holiday season. I bet during the holiday season, there's gonna be people that go in that store, and if they see that the Switch 2 is, at $450, or if it goes anything above that, like let's just say like $600. People are just going to go in there. They're going to go into GameStop and the Best Buy or wherever to get it. They're going to see that price and they're going to be like, what the heck is this?
My mom got my mom didn't even get my Switch in store.
It's almost $1,000 just for a console and a handheld console.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
I think people had budgeted only a certain amount of money to buy this, and if the price increase results in those people like having to spend more than what they allocated, then they're not going to buy it.
Exactly. And especially, like, look at the software. Look at how much they're offering for the software for the Switch 2. Mario Kart World, $80, while you have DK Bonanza at $70. What is the price point? Why put Mario Kart World at $80? Well, Donkey Kong Bonanza is at $70.
Yeah, like,
what is that even, man?
Like
what is that even?
What I remember, the regular Switch was fairly consistent with game prices, with everything being $60 US, with the exception of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
But that was literally it.
Okay, can I say something?
Okay, alright, go ahead, Crusher. What do you got?
I feel like, okay, I'm going to throw something out there. I feel like $400 would make sense.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, so I think, because the Switch was $300, right?
Yeah, it was,
And the
yeah.
OLED was $350.
And then the Switch OLEDs were $350.
Yeah, that was the OLED, yeah. It's $350.
And so, pretty much you can play any games from the Switch 1 on the Switch 2. So it would obviously have to be more expensive than the Switch 2.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make us pay like $70 for a brand new game, then you might maybe cut back a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, maybe do like $425 for a bundle.
Yeah, that would be reasonable. You have $425
that at least cuts down the price. While still
definitely, yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, and then yes, and then yes.
Yeah, I say. But I don't know, man. It's just the backlash that's going on with the Switch 2. Like, I did not even think that the first ever thing that when Nintendo announced the Switch 2 and all that, especially after the price, I did not even think there was gonna be that much backlash on it. Because when we got the Switch 2 Direct, we saw no, don't get me wrong, that Switch 2 Direct, absolute straight fire. That's an absolute S tier to this very day.
I was screaming when I saw the Switch 2 Direct, and I was watching it in math class.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
But yeah, it's just like everybody was so hyped during that Switch 2 Direct, and all of a sudden they reveal the price, and then here comes a couple days afterwards, the Switch 2 price is actually going to be either increased, it's going to possibly be increased thanks to tariffs, and man, what a mess so far with the Switch 2 situation. The system's not even out yet, and here people are just complaining about the price. And then here comes like even more bad news with like the possible tariff thing going on.
Yeah. Now, the good news though, well, at least for me where I am, is that the pages for Best Buy and GameStop in Canada still say April 9th for the pre-order date. So I should still be okay.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's only... I think people say it's only for Canada. I think it might be... I
think the pre-order delay is only for the US. Canada, I don't think is the good news, though. By this.
Yeah, it's really confusing why... if pre-orders are going to be still going on April 9th for other regions... I know for the US, obviously, they already confirmed that for the US, it's not going to be April 9th for the pre-orders.
Yeah, I think, like, in Europe, like, specifically the UK, Australia, New Zealand, or whatever, I think their pre-orders are already started.
Oh, yeah.
And then the ones in America got delayed.
Yeah, like, why delay, like, the pre-orders in the US and not in Canada and also in Europe as well? Like, seriously, that is just bizarre, man. That's just bizarre.
Yeah, like that's what makes this even weirder because usually whatever happens in the U.S. also usually applies in Canada because the two of them being neighbors and whatnot.
Exactly. That's literally just the most bizarre move that I've ever seen, man. Like, yeah, we're not doing the pre-orders in Canada and also in Europe. They're not gonna get affected by this, but the U.S. is gonna get affected by it. What does that have to do with anything? It's like, yeah, Canada and Europe, they're going to be fine with pre-orders on April 9th, but not the U.S. What kind of decision is that, man?
I still wonder why they decided to hold off the pre-orders for the U.S.
Exactly. I don't get why exactly that's happening. And then you got the internet complaining about there possibly being possible tariffs along with this. I mean, again, I'm not really... We're not really political here and all that, and we don't talk about politics on this channel.
At least the console's release date isn't changing. So really, all this means is that people in the U.S. will have less time than they originally anticipated for pre-orders.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
But yeah, they literally said that the release date for this thing's not even changing. And, yeah, I still understand it's about the price and all that, and figuring out if you're going to be able to afford it day one, but...
But all of this aside, though, I will point out Mario Kart and DK, from what I saw in the Treehouse segments, looked sick.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I want to talk about that, actually. I want to focus on that real quick. Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza, both of those games, absolutely straight fire, though. Especially with Mario Kart World, what we've been seeing so far with, like, everything that was shown off even in Treehouse gameplay, there was just, like, a lot more than I thought they would show off for, Mario Kart World. Because I remember, like, we saw it, like, back in, like, January of 2025 when they first revealed the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World. Well, basically, the new Mario Kart, quote-unquote, because that's what we're calling it back then until now. And so we barely even knew about the game. And then it's like now, we're now, like, on April 4th, and, like, we know Mario Kart World for, like, 3 days now. And there's, like, so much information that we know about the game.
And that's even before the Mario Kart Direct on the 17th.
Oh my gosh.
Best part of Mario Kart World is being able to play as a cow.
Oh, yes.
Dude, that's like the most random character I've ever seen in a Mario Kart game, I feel like.
You can also play as a snowman.
I mean...
That's true, yeah, you can play as a snowman.
And the file sizes for some of these games, like Donkey Kong being 10 gigs, okay, that's fine. That's kind of more in line with some of what was on Switch 1. But 23 gigs for Mario Kart, holy smokes.
Wait, how much gigabytes is Mario Kart World?
23 gigs, they said.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
And
23 gigabytes of Mario Kart World for a Mario Kart game.
One thing I like about the new Switch is...
Once potential DLC gets added later, it'll end up being a bigger size.
Oh my gosh. That much gigabytes just for a Mario Kart game. Goodness gracious.
It's so big it's making me cough.
I know.
like, just imagine, like, the file size is so big that it'll make the Switch 2 explode or something.
Dude, seriously though, yeah.
Wait. Logan, kaboom.
Yes, we go kaboom.
I just realized since the Switch 2 has so much storage, you can finally play NBA.
Yeah,
that's
like,
right,
yeah. But yeah.
If one thing's guaranteed. One thing's guaranteed. If they tried to put this new Mario
that means I can play Fortnite again.
Well, one thing's guaranteed. I will guarantee one thing. with that kind of file size for Mario Kart, if they tried putting that on regular Switch with how old that hardware is, I can almost guarantee there would be frame drops like crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember running like Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. This is it would legit run like that. It would be running like Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. This is
Fox Nintendo Edition.
Like the car literally at a snail's pace. And then the next thing you know, software has closed because of an error.
Yeah.
The software was because an error occurred. That was Minecraft at one point.
Dude,
I guess the new game is on the successor.
Yeah, thank goodness, because like, I'm already picturing it right now in my mind, like playing Mario Kart World on the Switch One. Goodness gracious, that would be so unplayable though, with like the massive frame rate dips. It would be so unplayable.
Oh yeah, question. Is the Dolphin the dinosaur is on top like $70 like to the Tesla price?
Yeah, if you're asking like DK Bonanza is at the same price as like Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, it's not a surprise because like we sell. I mean, we think it's not really too new because like we saw this like on the Switch One with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom where that was like pretty much like price of $70 and all that. Oh, hold on, give me a sec.
There's so much storage, you're literally coughing.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go run.
There's so much gigabytes. There's so much gigabytes There's so much gigabytes being taken up that I'm coughing.
Wait, Crush, you able to play Smash Bros yet, or do I still have to wait?
I'm good to play whenever.
I'm good to play now. I'll make the video because I'm already in the game, obviously.
You can send me the whatever. Okay, hold on.
Wait a minute, do you get DMs from people you're not friends with?
Alright,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you can.
Alright. Okay, so yeah, going back to what I was saying before, it's like I said before, for Mario Kart World, man, if we were trying to play on the Switch One, yeah, that would be seriously unplayable though. Oh, give me a minute, hold on.
Okay, one.
Bro!
Dead.
The Super Smash Bros. Discord server.
What about it?
I joined in 2021 and never spoke there again.
Really?
Alright, okay, for real, I'm back now. Alright, but yeah, going to what I was saying before, like with the price, like with $70 and all that for DK Bonanza, man, it's not really anything too new because again, we already saw Nintendo do this for like Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch One, where that was pretty much like $70 and whatnot. But at the same time too, it's like, why can't all these Switch 2 exclusives be like, you know, the same price as DK Bonanza and whatnot? Why is Mario Kart, out of all the Switch 2 exclusives we know about so far, has to be $80 and all? Like, what is it?
Because it makes money.
Yeah, but it's like,
it's basically the same reason why $70 qualified to Tears of the Kingdom for Switch One.
Yeah. But for Mario Kart World, it's like $10 more than like how Tears of the Kingdom and DK Bonanza is.
Yeah,
like again, that's so weird.
And yet people are still gonna buy the game anyway because it's Mario Kart.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because even if you look at the massive sales that like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch One, that game sold like that game like was literally like blown out of the water.
Yeah,
60 million units on the Switch One. So Nintendo knew from the very start that when Mario Kart 8 Deluxe being the best-selling game on the Switch One, Nintendo already knew from the very start when the Switch 2 was first announced. And even think about it too, like why was Mario Kart the only game that was shown up originally during that Switch 2 reveal back in January 2025? Because the reason why Nintendo looked back at the sales data for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they knew immediately that people were immediately going to pick up with the new Mario Kart World on Switch 2. Because, as we all know, Mario Kart World, regardless, no matter how much it is, if it's $80 or if it goes anything higher than that, people are going to still buy it regardless, like how Mark was saying. Because Mario Kart now is probably one of Nintendo's best-selling games, and probably by far, definitely a system seller, similar to what we saw with Switch 1 with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yes, I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold, like, what, over 60 million copies on Switch?
I think it was somewhere around there. I think almost like 70. I think it's about to reach like 70 million units. But I could be wrong.
That's a lot.
Yeah, especially for a game originally from the Wii U. That is insane.
Yeah, like I don't know if sales from this game possibly top that, but I can guarantee that there'll be a way.
Yeah. But also to kind of go with the tariff thing a little bit, because I've thought about this a little bit, and just honestly seeing a lot of like the the backlash going on right now, and just like a lot of people being afraid about the price like going up and all that stuff. I just want to say, I just feel like just people on the internet, they really need to relax, honestly, because we don't know how this is going to affect Switch 2. We don't know if it's going to increase the price, if it's going to stay the same, or as much as everyone wants this to happen, maybe lower the price. I highly doubt like lowering the price or keeping the price the same. I don't think that's it. I don't know if that's going to happen. But as it seems like that price is never going to increase, and if it increases, it better not be way too much, where it's almost like a PlayStation 5 Pro. Because look at the PlayStation 5 Pro. That thing is almost selling for like almost $1,000, and Nintendo gets something that price Switch 2. That is going to be nuts for a handheld system, for a handheld hybrid. That will be nuts.
Wait, how much?
I think Logan said like 1,000 for the PS5 Pro, and that was
I think like almost 1,000 actually.
And that was way before this whole tariff thing started.
Exactly.
And,
so it's
not like the first time tariffs have happened either, because there were a couple other instances like of this years ago. Only in those instances, no video games were involved.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so it's just really sad. It's just really sad how this is happening, man. Like it's sad. It is just so ridiculous how this is happening now. Honestly.
Selecting.
It's like, yeah, it's like if everyone's trying to get a Switch to day one, never go luck with that. Honestly, it's either good luck or your wallet's gonna be dead immediately.
I mean, the price points they're charging is already hard mode. Now it's pretty much extreme hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Extreme hard.
Yeah, exactly. This is like probably like the worst we've ever seen in any Nintendo console launch and whatnot. And especially with it not being out yet. And I know there's also a lot of people saying that, like, you know.
Okay, so we're using Thunder now.
Yeah, so but there's basically like people saying like, oh, this thing's gonna flop. It's gonna be another Wii U situation. It's gonna fail miserably. Like, what people like? I can see like this thing is not gonna flop no matter what. Like, again, that's my thing now. That's my thing. It's like people again. It's people on the internet. People are complaining about the price. Are people still gonna buy it? Of course they're still gonna buy it. They're gonna keep whining and complaining. But look, when June 5th comes around, those people that are complaining about the high price point for the Switch 2, they're gonna get it regardless, no matter what happens. Why are you sitting here complaining when you're literally gonna get that thing later on when it comes out? Like, that gets on my nerves, man.
Although this kind of makes you. Meanwhile, all those like Nintendo content creators with like millions of subscribers are probably grinning from ear to ear, but they're gonna get free anyway.
That was close.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what Nintendo does, no matter how high this thing is, like,
keep running
it's still gonna stay at like $450, or it's gonna go higher than that. People are still gonna get it regardless. And even I said before, like I said before,
No, I shouldn't have done that.
yeah, but as I was saying before. I'll leave a link down below to the original video in the description once again, along with this YouTube channel as well, just so you guys can also check out the video for yourself and what's it called? You guys can go subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. Yeah, because like I said, shout out to Mike Honesty, man. Mike Honesty is a great guy. If the guys don't know about him or have seen him before, like I've seen him before, or haven't heard about him before as well. But again, he goes really in depth. He goes really in depth with this whole thing. So give me 1 second. Let me put up on the screen share here. Then after this, I want to hear you. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this actually as well. I know we've been mainly talking about like the whole like bad situation with the Switch 2. But yeah, I just want to focus it because man, that's been like the big headline these past few days ever since like coming off what happened during the when Nintendo announced the price and whatnot. So anyways, can you guys see the screen share?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that Mike Odyssey's kind of trying to stay relatively calm over this, while everyone else is practically freaking out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also like, I'm also trying to stay calm about it too, because like, again, we don't know what could possibly happen with this. Like, this one, even I said before, this point it could be a good thing that this is happening, or it could be something bad possibly. Like, we don't know that, we don't know yet. We're still trying to wait for official confirmation from themselves. Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't jump to conclusions. Wait until Nintendo says something. Wait until these retailers say something about this. Then you can actually make a decision on if you want to get the Switch 2, or like if you change your mind getting the Switch 2, or you just got to wait a little bit until hopefully there's a price drop for the in the future. But like I said, I'm gonna let the video speak for itself here. So let me go and play the video and let you guys hear this.
Really run ahead. Hey.
Dead child. You two killed the kid.
Yes, he did.
My friend is still salty that I beat their Lucario with Ness.
Really?
Yeah.
Archie.
And I was playing with one single Joy-Con.
I'm trying to get a video here.
Okay.
Here's a real high class.
No, that's not a raw about it. I just want to make sure.
You just want to make sure, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If I can find the stage and choose it.
Wait, can you guys hear the audio by the way, or is there the audio coming out for you guys, or?
Let me check.
Yeah, I'm not even watching it, so.
Yeah. I can hear stuff, yeah.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure there, because someone told me before, like they couldn't hear the screen share audio.
Interesting.
But thankfully you guys can hear it.
Well, I think maybe he was like a voice chat member, or not a voice chat member, not a chat member. He was like, okay, we can't hear it, but maybe we can because we're in the Discord call.
Yeah.
Bro, what's up with you and playing the Pokemon?
I like Pokemon.
If we get this, I had to choose a game. PK nothing.
Here's a real high class battle. Here goes.
I thought you were about to SD on accident.
This match
Oh, you guys into this here?
It's a Pokemon versus a child.
Yes.
Oh, you parry.
Yes, I did. Thank you for noticing.
PK dead. That's what Ness is.
Who's me?
Tornado. Hi.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta shut up for the moment I was told to.
It still hit well. This character's bad. This character's good. He needs a ban.
Who needs ban?
That's because that hitbox.
The Yo-Yo Bridge and Melee.
Oh, wait a second. No, get back over there.
No.
Yes. Ouchie.
Double ouchie.
No.
No. How are you not?
Oh my gosh, don't talk about
No to that, you know? There you go back. How dare you? Where are you going? I did not expect that to kill. I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised he killed off the top too, because that move normally kills off sides, I think.
I got 3-star.
Yeah, that's okay. That happens. Okay, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna switch over. Actually, I'm gonna play circle.
Okay, this is interesting right here. Let's.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Ball. Yo, I'm gonna get fruit. Ow, how dare you? You didn't let me eat my fruits and vegetables. Well, more my fruits, I guess, but... Maybe if I had it there. Got the ice cream sundae? Oh, come on.
A brawl is surely brewing. It's on.
Oh, get up here. Go down.
I'm not as good as I used to be.
I want the bell. Ow. Oh. There you go, boy.
Oh.
A brawl is surely brewing.
I won.
It's on.
No!
I should use rope snake.
Yeah, it's Pac-Man. This is hydrant. Fruits, vegetables. Except there's no vegetables. What's this guy out?
Pressure, friend request pending, but I'm trying to him on the Switch.
Oh yeah, hold on. Look at that. Here's the friend request. I did not see it.
I'll just go into VC and hold on my thing. It'll probably be easier.
Oh, I just sent. Wait, I just sent you. Oops. Oh. Now it is time to play Wario. It is time. It is Wario time.
That's what I said. They don't want another Wii U situation.
Why is his teeth so big? Oh my god, I need to switch fingers.
Hello.
I think he has the worst character in the entire game right now.
Oh yeah, who? Screw Ganondorf. He's a lot better.
Your mom.
I am hungry. Come here. I am hungry. Thank you. Wait, go. Oh, I saved you. Raise the roof. Oh no. I don't like that. No, go away. Go away. You want to extend? Well, you kind of did. Alright. You went from the worst character in the game to one of the best characters in the game. Beep beep. Get out of here.
No, go away.
Hey. Ow.
To be fair,
No, okay, I'm okay.
when I'm playing Switch. How am I doing better as Joker, but I did stupid at mess? Is this a sign?
What's up?
Is this a sign that I should make Joker now?
No. No, I'm kidding. No.
To be fair, I helped you out a couple times.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I'm sorry. I said that. That was a good game though.
It was. I did better that time. I might stick a Joker.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, true. Joker is a pretty good character. You can put 2 combos down, and you'll have a pretty good character. Alright, who should I play next? I'm gonna play.
I'm also gonna send it to random stages.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Should
play.
it be random Battlefield or random Omega?
I can do. I can do random whatever.
I'm just gonna do random.
I'm playing my best character.
I'm playing my best at the moment? Question mark?
Okay.
King K. Rool.
Yeah, it's my best character.
This match will get
And I'm currently goated in Joker. I'm not
Oh,
goated,
yeah.
but
This is your ultimate test.
bruh.
Here's a real high.
Okay, let me start out with 30%. Thank you. That's actually just crazy. They will give you 30% in like 3 seconds just for that. You
Alright, alright, so that's what my god is saying about this right here.
no.
Once again, I do kind of agree. I do kind of agree on what it was saying right there, actually, about all that stuff.
Oh, thanks, Ground.
It's like, and even the point that it was saying right there, that Nintendo doesn't want to pull another Wii U situation. That's exactly what I've been saying ever since, like, the Switch U was first announced. Is that Nintendo's trying to make sure they do not pull another Wii U situation. And plus, at the same time, when Furukawa said during one of the investor meetings that they want to make sure everybody out there that wants to Switch 2, I get one. Honestly, I just want to have the video to explain like my goddess's perspective on this, because everything that was saying right there, he's saying, this whenever it goes on, you just gotta respect the company, because at the end of the day, Nintendo's a business, and I've been there also to see lower the price thing, like from the treehouse, like from the treehouse streams and all that. But it could be my perspective possibly, looking at it more like a positive note.
Right in the basketball.
Because I feel like that's what Nintendo was sort of noticing during the treehouse streams. They were noticing everybody saying lower price, like spamming that and whatnot.
Yeah. I hear it. Yeah.
Here's a real.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like I said, I'm maybe guessing the reason why that's also the reason why Nintendo kind of had to go into effect, because they're
Changing the rules.
Talking about this like behind the scenes, like, with the other employees and all that. Kind of like a little bit of a business plan, saying, okay, there's a lot of backlash going on right now with the Switch. With like a lot of people aren't really a big fan of the price, and we got tariffs like tariffs are gonna situate and all that stuff. So we gotta make sure like we have a game plan for this, and maybe that could be Nintendo's strategy that they're thinking of right now. But that's how I overall see it. But overall with that, whatever happens, if the price is still gonna stay the same, or if it's gonna increase, possibly, which that's what's most likely gonna happen. I really don't want to say that. Do I want the price to increase for the Switch 2? Of course not. Of course I don't want to pay more than one Nintendo Arctic for like $450. Like, we gotta go like a lot more than that. Like, at the end of the day, we all just gotta calm down, we all gotta relax, and wait to see what Nintendo says about this. Because at the end of the day, like, anything could possibly happen. Maybe the price maybe if the price doesn't decrease, then it might not be as much as we thought it would be. It might not be as much as we thought it would be, or as we're thinking right now at the moment. Or possibly could be the same, or who knows? It possibly could be a good thing, and it possibly lower the price maybe.
Get over there.
No, if you're gonna maybe look at it that way, that actually might be a good thing, but somewhere what it looks like so far of what people are saying, and what they're pretty much saying with the scarce info. Yeah, I think this might be looking pretty bad, but well, let me tell once again. One might go on from here. So, but overall, what do you all think about that? What do you guys' thoughts? Or are we just gonna be
unfair.
Wait, like, you guys think that's about what we just mentioned, or?
What? Say that again.
Like, what Mike Odyssey was, like, pretty much what Mike Odyssey was saying in that video, like what he was saying overall.
What about it?
Well, yeah.
It's because me and Felix are playing Smash Bros. That's why.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I literally just SD'd myself on accident.
Yeah, that'll happen. To be fair.
But yeah, but yeah, it's kind of hard for me to explain like what he just said there. So if you guys didn't really hear what he had to say there, you'll got the original video once again. So that's why I kind of didn't want not that much people to talk here, so we can like have everybody understand like what he was actually trying to say and whatnot. So
here, I got an idea.
But yeah, I think we should probably definitely go and move on to maybe the games possibly, because my goodness gracious, one more positive note: these games that are coming up for the Switch 2, like besides one that we briefly mentioned, like Mario Kart World and also DK Bonanza, just some of the other games like the Kirby Air Ride sequel, the GameCube Switch Online is happening, and dude,
that looks cool.
Dude, honestly, my mind is so blown even to this very day about the massive party support. I mean, I did not think Nintendo would ever go hard with the third-party support for the Switch 2. Like, the fact that we're getting Elden Ring, Street Fighter 6, the Basic 7 remake, like a big, and also a big AAA third-party game from software on the Switch 2, and it's an exclusive. Who in the world can ever think of a time it's a big AAA third-party game on the Nintendo console? That has probably never happened before, especially from a game from Software as well. Like, it's just insane now. Even if you guys remember my reaction on immediately when they first showed Elden Ring, I immediately, if you guys saw my reaction, I immediately lost it, man. I just immediately lost it when they announced that Elden Ring was going to be on the Switch 2. Even though it was originally rumored to come out for Switch 2, or that was going to come out for Switch 2 when it was originally a rumor, but the fact that it's actually coming, again, my mind's just blown now. But yeah, do you guys have any thoughts about that? About what do you guys think about third-party support for the Switch 2? Or just one of the games that they announced during the Direct that we know about so far, and what the show from the Treehouse. What do you guys think?
I guess not really. I'm not really too much for third-party stuff. I'm just curious to see what they'll do for like actual Nintendo games. Like, what are they gonna do? Mario Baseball or whatnot? You know?
No, yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's funny because like we thought we didn't really know originally what was gonna be on the Switch 2 with like first-party stuff and all that, but not gonna lie though, what they know so far with like new with the first-party stuff, because I'm trying to think like. The number, like, in total, we have the first two so far, minus the, and just a brand new exclusives, just the first party exclusive games. We got Mario Kart World, we have, what were the other ones? Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Air Riders, and then, what's the other one? I know GameCube Switch Online, which, bro, GameCube Switch Online, after we've been speculating on it so many times, and after everybody has been like, clamoring for Nintendo to put GameCube games on Switch Online, I'm so shocked that it actually happened. That they finally decided to put GameCube games on Switch Online. The lineup so far is the lineup so far. I do like it overall so far, and the games that we got so far for the GameCube Switch Online, I still feel like it's a pretty good lineup that we have. Especially at launch with like Zelda Wind Waker, which RIP that Zelda Wind Waker HD.
I personally feel that all this tariff stuff probably wouldn't have happened if, I don't know, if the console just been released for holiday 2024 like it was originally supposed to.
That's what other people. Someone else like kind of mentioned that too as well. Like, why wait until the whole tariff thing was gonna get into effect? People would have been so much better if Switch 2 originally came out in 2024. Way before this whole tariff situation was even a thing. Like, I don't know why Nintendo waited this long for something like this to happen. Like,
because they're too slow to act on anything. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're in like the worst situation. Now they're like literally legit in the worst situation that Nintendo's probably ever been. It's probably like way worse than the Wii U probably. Like legit though. But someone actually did also bring up another interesting point. Where basically this was also like similar to what Nintendo did back during the 3DS era, which I did not even know about this. This is a similar situation back during the 3DS era where, you know, the 3DS and whatnot was the 3DS console was like completely overpriced, but then I guess like I'm trying to think about how to describe it. When the 3DS first came out, it's like it had like a rough launch like at launch, and then afterwards like Nintendo decided to like lower down the price for the 3DS to make it a bit more affordable for people to actually get it. And once some other people were speculating if this could possibly be another like a 3DS situation. Wait, no, the Switch. I mean, like the Switch 2 was like very high overpriced, and then Nintendo kind of sees like it as like, oh, okay, not that many people are really getting the Switch 2, and we're just gonna announce that we're gonna lower the price. Cause, like, we want people to be able to get a Switch 2, and like we want people to be able to afford a Switch 2. So we're gonna just lower the price and all. I was still thinking that's what Nintendo's gonna do. They're gonna probably look at this like the 3DS event when that thing launched like back in 2011. When the console was again overpriced, but then over time they kind of saw like the sales declining for the Switch 2, like mainly at launch, and they're just gonna lower the price by then. But no, it's just really hard to know like what Nintendo might do with the whole console and whatnot.
Logan,
That's like again. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, when are we gonna talk about like games we want for the Switch 2? If we do, I don't know if we will or not, but
no, I don't. I'm really not planning on having that for the discussion. This is more just like a thing, talking about what we overall think about the Switch 2, like what we know about so far, what's been revealed, and
okay. Are we gonna have like a separate stream for that or not?
Maybe maybe in the future we might have that as a discussion, like what we want to see on Switch 2.
Yeah.
Like not generally like Nintendo Direct thing, but just like in general, what do we want to see from the Switch 2 in general?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of I guess what I'm asking. So
yeah, that's fine there.
Okay, so good.
Oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat here. So, we also have El Nini and also Hashi Terrell that are also in the chat as well.
Get up there, boy.
I want to read a few comments about El Nini. Yes. Did they move the pre-order date? They did. Yes, they did actually. So originally pre-orders are going to be on April 9th. So April 9th was originally going to be the pre-order date.
I can't even see, dude.
But now because of the whole tariffs and all that, we don't know exactly like.
I almost said Ontario for some reason.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Probably
but yeah, now with the whole tariff situation, now we just don't know like when exactly pre-orders are going to be open for Switch 2. But like I said, I definitely am going to do my best to keep you guys updated on when pre-orders are open for Switch 2. If you guys are watching this right now that do want to pre-order Switch 2 and get one day one, we're definitely going to make sure we cover it, so that way you guys know when pre-orders for Switch 2 are going to come out, and know how you guys can pre-order as well. We're definitely going to do the best we can to keep you guys updated on that. So definitely make sure you guys stay tuned.
Okay.
I also did see Pokemon Coliseum on GameCube Switch Online.
Oh yeah,
we get it on there.
There's Coliseum, there's Gale of Darkness.
Here's a real
that's like way before Gale of
Darkness.
But it's so funny how they put those on there right before Nintendo puts puts like the older gen Pokemon games on Switch Online. We're getting to more Pokemon spin-off games way before we get the older mainline ones on Switch Online. I think I've come on already. See, how's the Pharrell ass? Are you ready to see the Minecraft movie? Well, I definitely am.
Are you guys gonna go see that? Should ask. Are you guys gonna watch the Minecraft movie?
I want to see it.
I'm gonna watch it.
When exactly? In theaters.
I think it comes out this Friday, right?
Yeah,
It came out today.
It just came out today, actually. Today's the day it came out.
It is Friday. It is Friday. Right?
Yeah, so pretty much today.
Yes.
See, El Nini also says the Xbox games are coming to Switch as well. Dude, it's so crazy how many of them are Switch or Switch 2. You got like, again, Elden Ring. You also have apparently the whatever the Project 007 thing is. It definitely has to be something GoldenEye related. I'm just shocked by the amount of Xbox exclusives that are coming to Switch.
No.
Again, the only ones we know about so far that I know of, Elden Ring and also Project 007. The two Microsoft games that I know about.
Huge footstool. I am not a stool.
There's going to be a lot more Xbox games that are going to come to Switch too. I mean, there's also been rumors about like the Halo Master Chief Collection or Microsoft Flight Simulator. Those kind of games possibly coming over to the Switch too. I mean, Elden Ring was one of them, so this and Elden Ring's once again confirmed to be coming to Switch too. That also could mean that what's it called? Microsoft Flight Simulator and also
I'm gonna do that.
Halo Master Chief Collection.
Oh snap, that was good.
That's the thing about this.
Okay.
Just the amount of third parties. It's like it's not even no longer. It's like these third party developers are no longer they're no longer restricted on like these big
Felix.
on the Switch 2 now, because the Switch 1 definitely had its limitations, like not being powerful enough to run games like one of these third party games that we're seeing that we're now starting at Switch 2 running on the Switch 2.
The Steve gift.
Oh yeah, well by the way,
I
hate to be that guy, but if you guys are playing another game or something, and if y'all can maybe go to another VC, so it's like not interfering with our discussion here. I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys do whatever you want here. Yeah, I just wanted to interfere with the discussion here and whatnot. So but yeah, that's the thing too. It's like the third-party games that are coming to Switch too. Like, who would have thought that we would have, once again, like I said, AAA third-party games on the Switch too, especially with that one that, like I said, is being developed by From Software. That's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. There has not been, without a doubt, any time that I ever thought that was ever going to happen. A AAA third-party game being developed from software on a Nintendo platform, and that's what's also good about this. Is that third-party developers are no longer restricted on putting these games that felt like they were impossible to run on the Switch 1.
Nice.
Now they can have their chance to finally come over on Switch 2 as well, and not being too restricted on being too restricted on having it like just on PlayStation and Xbox and PC and all that stuff.
Oh, now you motherfucker!
Now they got to play. If you're a Nintendo fan and wanted to play these, now they got the Switch 2, so you can actually play these like bigger games that are impossible to run on Switch 2 or Switch 1. I mean, so Switch 2 third-party support, huge win for sure. Yeah.
God fucking damn it!
That's in my opinion.
I didn't hit right with the second stage!
Probably the best I've ever seen on
any Nintendo platform. That's the annoying thing I hate!
And honestly, 100% way better than how it was the Wii U. Because Wii U's like third-party support, it was just a huge letdown. And I mean a very huge letdown for the third-party support on the Wii U. Like there was probably like, I don't know how many third-party developers that were on board with the Wii U. But then afterwards, like after like a year or two, a few months or a year afterwards, they're just like, yep, forget about the Wii U. We're not supporting that system no more.
Of course.
So they're gonna that's not really the same thing here. It's even way more I didn't even expect it though. Like you got like EA and you got like Microsoft Xbox Game Studios on this, and you have From Software and all these other big third-party developers that are on board with this thing. Capcom bringing over Street Fighter 6, which man, they're going all out with the Switch 2 version of Street Fighter 6. Like, you're gonna have Amiibo. There's gonna be Amiibo support. There's gonna be Amiibo card support. Well, man, they're going all in with these third-party Switch 2 ports once again, especially with Street Fighter 6, having like Amiibo support and whatnot. So, let's see. I'm gonna buy a GameCube skin for my Switch 2. That's dope right there. Like I said, I'm just so shocked that GameCube Online is becoming the Switch 2. Because like people have been, like I said, people have been clamoring for that to come to also on the Switch 1 as well. But the fact that it's finally coming over, it's for one, it's shocking, and second of all, it's awesome that Nintendo decided to do that.
Okay.
Finally after all this time, finally got GameCube support on the Switch 2. I know lots of people that are owners of just the Switch 1 are going to be, complaining about like, where's GameCube Online on Switch? Where's GameCube Switch Online on the Switch 1? Why is it only playable on Switch 2? But that's another thing too. It's like Nintendo wants you to upgrade to the Switch 2 because there's going to be lots of things
we're
you're not going
done.
to be able to experience on
We're
Switch
done. We're done.
Especially with these Switch 1
What's this
upgrades.
boss?
These Switch 1 upgrades that you're going to be getting, you're not going to be able to experience these on Switch 2. Well, I mean, like higher resolution and whatnot. But there was pretty much an article that recently just came out saying that like, there was gonna be like the Switch 2 upgrades, the Switch 1 upgrades, and again on Switch 2 will also be available on the Switch 1 as well. So I mean that's cool though, but like how is that all gonna work out though? Like obviously you're not gonna be playing Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at 60 FPS on the Switch 2. But you're gonna get like the upgrades like for like Kirby and the Forgotten Land, like with that whatever it's called. The Switch 2 edition of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Like, at least you're getting that playable on the Switch 1. So, you're gonna be able to play Switch 2 and Switch 1 upgrades on Switch 2. At least you do have another option to like, get them on Switch 1 as well. So, yeah. So now people are saying, drop the price in the comment section on Nintendo's videos. Oh my gosh, man. Again, people are going to keep doing it until Nintendo eventually comes out and says that they're finally going to lower the price with the Switch 2. We're going to be seeing that a lot until, again, Nintendo officially comes out and says, they're going to drop the price with the Switch 2. But like I said, lo and behold, Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Watch how many people are going to be complaining about it up until June 5th.
Please,
and end up getting the Switch 2.
my dad's at home.
Just you'll thank me later for that. You'll see how many people. Like I said, you'll see how many people have been complaining about, not being able to afford a Switch 2 and just how the price is like super high and all that, and tell them always spam in every single video on Nintendo's channel and every single stream that they host, telling them to drop the price of the Switch 2, and they're just gonna buy it anyways. Like, just watch that. That's happened. I've seen it. I've heard other people say that happened for so many other consoles that launch. People complain about it, and they ended up getting it anyways. There'll be the same situation here with the Switch 2 as well. Might definitely watch it happen. But like I keep saying, we'll never see what happens now. We'll just have to wait and see here. But yeah, also the Switch 1 upgrades that we have. It's even funny to go back and look back on like how we didn't know like how the Switch 1 games were like there wasn't gonna be any major upgrades with the Switch 1 games on the Switch 2. Now it's like now it's like they're going way farther than this than we even thought. Like having like Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom running at like 60 FPS and all that, which I never thought that day would ever come, where we can actually play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at 60 FPS, and then having like different options for like Metroid Prime 4, having like 4K, having an option for like 4K 60, and then mainly when you're playing Dark mode, and then if you're playing in handheld mode, you have like 1080p, 120 FPS. Like there's gonna be a big reason why to upgrade these Switch 1 games to Switch 2, because like there's gonna be so much more stuff that Nintendo's gonna offer exclusively for the Switch 2 editions of these Switch 1 upgrades. And like I said, that's why Nintendo wants you to upgrade your Switch 1 games to Switch 2, because like there's gonna be so much to offer when you eventually end up doing it. But yeah, I can pretty much ask everybody else what their overall thoughts are on this stuff, but I was saying everyone here is just muted, and they're probably not gonna have that much. They're probably not gonna have that much stuff to say about it. So I just feel like I'm pretty much gonna be doing one that's gonna be doing all the talking here, actually.
Well, I can't.
But I want to see if you guys are.
Well, I can't wait till the summer and do it.
Yeah. But if you guys have any thoughts in the chat, once again, for those of you watching with that still, let me know. Let me know what do you guys think about your guys' overall thoughts on the Switch 2 in the chat once again here. Because again, we're interacting with you guys here. You guys also in the chat that are watching live right now are also part of. It's amazing how finally, after 2 generations of Nintendo, going for the Wii U to then also the Switch 1, Nintendo is finally going 4K, which I'm so happy they're finally doing it. Because there's tons of people complaining about like how Nintendo is still slacking behind in these past generations. Well, I suppose the PlayStation over here having already going 4K, and also they've been pretty much going 4K and all that. You know, Nintendo's like over here just still seeing that Nintendo over here with the Switch 1 and also first of all the Wii U and then the Switch 1. They would just still suck at 1080p. But yeah, so now it's the Switch 2 generation. They're finally deciding to go 4K 60 FPS, and then, well, when you're playing in dock mode, and then 1080p 120 FPS when you're playing in handheld mode. I think for a handheld, that's just crazy, though. And let's say a 1080p screen and 120 FPS with DLSS and ray tracing and HDR support and whatnot. Goodness gracious, man! Especially for a Nintendo system. This is a Nintendo system we're talking. This isn't a PlayStation. This is not Xbox. This is not PlayStation PC. This is legit Nintendo we're talking. Finally going 4K. Finally having 120 FPS. Having HDR performance modes. Having DLSS, ray tracing, and goodness gracious, man, and AI upscaling. It's just absolutely just nuts, man, how Nintendo's doing this for a Nintendo console. It's just insane, man. Goodness gracious. But what do you guys overall think? For those of you who are, what do you guys overall think? Well, pretty much specifically Nintendo going 4K and 4K and finally. Cookie. Yeah, definitely. That's because again, I'm just so mind blown how Nintendo is. It's on Nintendo all this time to finally go up to 4K and whatnot. Again, it was like 2 generations of Nintendo where they were in the when they started with the Wii U, they were going into the HD era, and then with the Switch 1, they still went 1080p, but now with the Switch 2, they're now finally going 4K and whatnot. And again, for a Nintendo system, especially for a handheld hybrid as well. Yeah. Like I'm just so glad Nintendo's finally deciding to go down that route. Because even like people were complaining about the hardware of the Switch 1, and that's why a lot of there weren't that many big once again big AAA third party games on the Switch 1. Because with the underpowered hardware, and Nintendo was still in the 1080p 720 and the 1080p and also the 720p era, when majority of the Switch 1 software, especially most of them are looking blurry and didn't really look that good and washed out and kind of got lower frame rates than the other platforms. Now it's here with the Switch 2. That's gonna definitely change. That's gonna definitely change a lot. And so these games are gonna run so much better, and they're gonna run exactly like how they're supposed to. Like how they do on PlayStation. Like how they do on Xbox. I like how they also do on Steam as well. Well, Nintendo is finally learning that massive mistake that they did with few generations, like literally like the last few generations with the Wii U and also the Switch 1. But you know, I seriously can't wait to start. I seriously can't wait to play some of these like other third-party games that I've been wanting to play on Switch 2. And even the third-party games that were already on the Switch 1, like biggest one for me is definitely Fortnite. Fortnite, I am so looking forward to finally playing Fortnite on the Switch 2 because it's finally gonna have 60. It's gonna be in 1080. It's technically in dock mode. It's gonna be. I'm assuming it's gonna be 4K, and it's finally gonna run at 60 FPS, man. Finally, we can play Fortnite the way it is, and the way it's supposed to run on a Nintendo platform. Again.
Wow.
Patensuna porcada per fratello. 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 Patensuna porcada per fratello.